this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Confessions of a Paper Addict where I am using that cut file. And this does have a tutorial for the Cricut, so if you wanted to skip over to the process video, go to about 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And I am going to be using Island Time. Today, throughout this whole week, Virginia Walker is releasing or has released her Ocean Vibes cut files, but then all of us are using one of them throughout the week. So each day, make sure you tune out or tune into all of them for the design teams. So I'm just showing you again on how I was able to make sure that this was a cut file. I went and clicked on everything, made sure that it looked blue and white while I did it, just covering up everything, making sure it's all looking good. Obviously, anytime that you do click on the black part of it that you do not want as a cut part of it, you just hit the back button and it comes off. I forgot to mention that in one of my other videos, and a couple people have asked me about it, so I just wanted to let you know. There's the preview, and then I send it on. The way I double check everything, there must have been a couple things that I missed, and then I check it again. It turns gray, it looks good, so I click on that one, I bring it in, and here it is. Now, I kind of played around with it a little bit to try to figure out some. So I am here now, essentially now that I have done this, I'm pretty much turning this into a sketch. So after this tutorial, I will link in the description my sketch as well, and this will be posted with my finished layout. But I ended up turning it into a sketch. So right after this tutorial, you'll see the sketch. And then, like I said, I'll link it. So I'm just placing down all of these pieces that I want. I'm going to do it as a three picture photo. And then obviously I'm getting rid of everything and I want just that. So I send that to the Cricut and I get it going. Now I'm back again because I want the back piece of it. So I go back in, do the exact same thing, except this time I don't click on everything except for the outer pieces. And as you'll see here, you'll see what I'm talking about. I leave it completely grayed because that way when we go to cut it, it's just going to cut the outside of it, nothing in the center, because I don't want it to be the intricate, because I've already cut that piece. So I'm cutting it down to the size that I want it, placing it to the size, and then I go send it to the cut shop, and then it is done. I send it to the Cricut. And there is my sketch. So this is pretty much, I'm going to follow it to the T because that's exactly why I made this. And so I am going to use the Horizon collection, and there are the two pieces that I was talking about. I have the full back piece that I want and the intricate one. So what I did was that the one of the papers that looked like to me it looks like a quilt pattern, I used the center of it to get all of the colors for my island, the Island Time in the center. And you'll see how I used the middle piece of it and the end piece of it so that none of it got exactly thrown away. And I'm just placing them together. Now, a lot of people use the white and then back it with the colorful. I decided to flip it and go the other way. So I used the colorful photo or the colorful paper for my cut file and did the white as my backing to it. Excuse me, sorry about that. Didn't mean to sneeze. So there's the back piece of it. I gutted it and placed it as my border. And then I took this ombre one that has all the same colors and I placed that in there as well. Obviously, y'all know that I distress. While you're watching me do a little bit of this, make sure that you go check out her Etsy shop. The Ocean Vibes have been available since Sunday, and this is going up on my particular channel around Wednesday. So make sure that you go check out all of the design team members because each one of us picked a different one to use. And these photos match perfectly for me. This was part of our trip back in March when we went on our first cruise, or my first cruise. My husband's like third or fourth. And I wanted to take this photo, these two photos, actually three. One of them is of the island, of the Caribbean island that we were on. This one that is the 5x7 that I am using on there is while I am facing the Bahamas, straight across, and my husband took the back side of it for me. And I wanted to just show how strong I was. It's something that I always do in a lot of my workout photos, and I just wanted it to be there. So that is that particular photo. And then the other two is a smaller version of one of the little islands that I was sitting, and we were waiting for the time to come by to see the stingrays. As an FYI, this paper was the middle paper, and I'm just going around in circles, and I'm going to, or like in a square, and just use that piece as my bordering pieces, because I did not back this with white, because what I do is the one piece that is the middle piece that I used as my big 7.5 sheet that went down, I'm using that right there as the white piece as my border, so that you could see just a little bit of a definition between them. And I don't mind that I'm using a colored piece of paper on the back. It's not that big of a deal to me. And that's what I do with that part. And I just wanted it to stick out a little bit. And the very last photo of that I'm on here is the boat, the ship that we got on. So as I was leaving the ship, we had to take little boats to get to their island that they own for Norwegian. And I was like, I'm going to take this photo. And let me tell you, the photograph that I was able to take, it was stunning. And so that's the boat photo. I took it, there's no filter on it. It's absolutely perfect. It looks, a lot of people say that it looked like it was almost professionally done. I do love to take photographs. I love to get those, photos that not a lot of people think about doing. And I don't do too much of layering here. I just wanted a little bit. So I do have the 6x8 paper pad, and I have the 12x12 paper pad. That's how I purchased the papers for Horizon this time. I didn't do the individuals. I tend to just do the paper pad for her collections because I absolutely love them, and I do not mind that they're a little bit thinner. It doesn't bother me. So here I am. Now I am trying to figure this out, getting this part all done, and that island time sticks out wonderfully. It's all pattern paper based. It works out perfectly. And I'm sorry that I'm a little bit off camera. After I get done with this one, I realized what happened. For some odd reason, my stand that I put my phone on, it fell down just a little bit, and that's why I'm like, why in the world is this not working right? So I promise you, I figured it out. Now my screen will be more in screen. But so now I'm placing all of this down, and let me tell you, I got these dimensionals from Tuesday morning, and I absolutely love them, but they are getting ridiculous. I can't pull off the plastic little piece or the barrier anymore. I don't know what the heck in the world. Like, it took me forever. But anyway, so now I'm taking all the embellishments out, and I'm getting this all figured out. And this, oh my gosh, with the tutorial and with everything that I did, oh my, it was a lot of like editing that I had to do. So sorry that I'm hoping this isn't too choppy, but I cut out some of it because I was like, you know what, you guys don't need to see me do every cluster. So the bottom part of my clusters are done, and then the top parts of my clusters, you will see me finish on camera. And I just placed so in the sketch, I placed a couple of different stars in a couple of different spots. And so I follow those pretty much. And then I add one, because I do add a sticker towards the end to make this island time adventure. Because it was an adventure for us, because Josh and I have never really got to see the stingrays. Well, Josh kind of has, but I was not going to go swim with the pigs. Like, I'm a farmer. I could care less if a pig can swim. I'm going to go see like an actual, like, we're in the Bahamas. I want to see the stingrays. I want to see the underwater fish, all of that kind of stuff, because I could absolutely care about the swimming of the fish, like the pigs. Like, who cares? It's a pig. But a couple of the guys that drove us out to the stingrays and was our like tour guide for it, they're just like, I'm going to put you in the front of the boat. I'm like, Thank you. I'm so super excited for this. So I'm just hanging out there. I'm taking some photos. I'm on Instagram doing some Instagramming on there, and I'm just hanging out, and they're like, and a couple of the guys afterwards, they're like, you don't really much care like what you do as long as, you're kosher with it. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. So it was fun to just hang out with them. It was a lot of fun to just be there and have some fun. I know that we're going to definitely go back because there's a couple other islands that I absolutely would love to go see. So oh yeah, definitely going back. So here I am. I'm pretty much finishing up. I got the stickers out, and I kind of found some stickers that I wanted. I wanted to add some birds and some dragonflies and some other little bits on there. And then I get out the sticker that's called Adventure. It's on the chipboard, and I put that on there. And then I do some other little bits, and then that's pretty much it. And so make sure that you go check out, everybody. The still shots are definitely coming up on this. Make sure you go check out the Etsy shop along with her Facebook group and all of that. I absolutely love Virginia's cut files. They're amazing. I'm going to leave you with the still shots and the splatters, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!